Hello and welcome back to another video. And these are two toy computers from VTech, a PreComputer 1000 and a talking Whiz Kid Plus, which screen is kind of not wanting to, graphics wise, we have a 20x1 LCD here, which is 5 horizontal and that's 5x7, and this is an 8x2, 5x. I think, yeah, 5x8 for some reason. There's an extra little thing. And, let's start with the PreComputer, actually. Because in some ways it's more interesting, even if I do personally think this is the better toy, although this is the better computer. What is this thing architecturally? Well, it's an 8-bit micro. I'm being serious. It's a full-fledged 8-bit micro. It has a Z80 that's running at 3.12 megahertz. Not 4. People keep getting that wrong. No, there's a 3.12 megahertz ceramic oscillator in here. That's what it's running at. Overclockable to 3.58 if you have a soldering iron. Doesn't go much faster than that for some reason. It's just that there's a heck of a lot more ROM, a heck of a lot less RAM, and instead of outputting to a television, it outputs to, well, yeah. The most interesting bit is that it has BASIC. However, I believe VTech was like, oh, it'll teach BASIC and stuff, which, yes, but, something really annoying is that, I believe it essentially just runs, Microsoft Basic, but, yeah, there's no peek or poke, so you can't, access memory and stuff, which I think is a real shame because that really limits the opportunity for you know, computer sciencey stuff. But if this it's really glaring, isn't it? We support. The thing supports, trying to set it up so that it's showing up nicely on the phone. The question mark is an abbreviation for the print command, so if we just put a few of those in there and then just do list. That happens. And then that happens. Yeah, there's a buffer overflow in this. And I have messed with it. I messed with it when I first got it, and I don't think I quite managed to figure out how to access the stack because of the way the memory layout is set up and the representation of ASCII hex values. Can't quite reach it, and the length of the thing means you're only able to manipulate memory in this short address. Why is the dog barking? Let me go check that. There's absolutely nothing. That's absolutely brilliant. Just barking at nothing. Something both these computers have is an expansion slot, cartridge slot. unlike the talking Whiz Kid, this thing can actually execute code off of a cartridge. That thing's basically just running on a microcontroller, and it means people have hacked stuff on it and run CPM with the RAM expansion. There is other stuff like by the way, you can't get it. Shut up. The calculator, which for whatever reason you have to use the overlays. Unless you want to. Okay, the erase one makes sense. Unless you want to use the parentheses, like I don't know. Those are the basic thing. Is the most interesting thing. It's pretty much literally the only reason why I picked this thing up off eBay. It has a typing course. The general knowledge is just trivia. History, which is just trivia. Geography, which is, I guess, just trivia again. Science, which, yeah, it's basically just trivia again. Math, I'm not entirely sure. Level 1. But I get used to that tone because, yeah, 7. And the spacebar actually, oh. Why can you put spaces in here? That doesn't work. Okay, that's weird. But yeah, ignoring basic, not all that impressive, honestly. I'm gonna be honest. Toy-wise, it's honestly a bit disappointing. And I guess stimulating-wise. This is okay. So this is a VTech Talking Whiz Kid Plus, which I have brilliantly not quite put back together correctly. That's moderately annoying. And this thing's a heck of a more impressive toy. By the way, these are about contemporary, around the early 90s.
Hello, please press a code number.
Oh yeah, man. Proper sounds. Yeah, the sound on this thing is a hell of a lot more impressive. It's using this, instead of just one-tone square waves, we have full-fledged LPC 12 voice synthesize. Well, not really quite voice synthesis, more like a, what's the term? Arbitrary, like, wave, file, basically. Well, not quite wave files. There's like weird lossy compression going on. It's some weird mathematical function that kind of emulates the human voice tract. It's very technical, and I don't get it. And this screen is not showing up very well on the phone. That's really annoying. That's something this has over that, is that's a heck of a lot easier to see. Yeah, we have like actual sound. It's based on like this Texas Instruments thing that probably harks back to the Speak and Spell. So if we go 0, 1.
Spell month. M-O-N-T-H. Month. Great. Spell maps. M-A-P-S. Maps. Well done. Spell keep.
And so,
press a code number.
Shaky. I'm gonna continue to shake. And so, we have, various activities. And honestly, the activities, this does not have basic, but the activities, a hell of a lot more engaging than this thing. Granted, you're gonna have like, kids that's supposed to be, the targeted age range. You know, I grew up with, the descendants of these things, so some, VTech's more, bitmap-based ones that probably run on the Sun Plus based SoC, and they had the little animations. And when I was a kid, I never touched the educational part. I never did. I just realized this doesn't have a space bar. Not like it really matters. Speaking of keyboards, nasty membrane thing, but that doesn't really matter because A, you're not really typing long form things on this. B, more resilient. You know, kids are gonna like spill stuff on this, and you know it's gonna be much easier to clean off this and this. This keyboard, not very good. I know it's a toy, but oh my god, it's not good. It's horribly bindy, it's scratchy. It likes to miss your keystrokes because the keys keep binding. I've literally tried, like, putting some, like, ATF, automatic transmission fluid in the stems to try and loosen them up. That did nothing. I tried Vaseline. That did nothing. Maybe I'll, like, try and, like, get some moderately high grit sandpaper and try and smooth that out. But I have a feeling that's going to be a horrible waste of time, and B, not work, and it's, the mushiness isn't that bad. It's quite mushy. Even the various Chinese special rubber dome keyboards you can get off AliExpress, I can guarantee they're going to be have more tactile feedback than these. But I mean, I'm no keyboard snob. I'll happily use a, whatever the hell I have, just some random OEM special pack-in rubber dome keyboard, as long as it works fine. But yeah, this is just bad. Spacebar isn't that bad. I want to be, yeah, that was a bit. This is not good. I know 8-Bit Show and Tell, he was like, this keyboard's pretty good actually. At least in reference to you know, the 8-Bit micros of the time. Yeah, well, you people deserve better. Holy crap! If this was considered decent, I don't really want to think about what the Commodore 64 and VIC-20 and Amiga 500 were like, if they were considered better. There's the Athena. That's a good girl. I do know why these keyboards were so bad. It's cost reduction. It was to help get the cost of the computer down. It's why the ZX, the Sinclair machines from the only good capitalist, Clive Sinclair, or at least the only capitalist I have any respect for, on account of his rabid obsession with cost reduction, well, the technical cost reduction, is that it's why those Sinclair machines had like really fucking god-awful keyboards with like stuff worse than this, where like imagine this, but it's just like the like a microwave where it's just a flat surface, so you don't even have this raised thing. Yeah, that was the ZX81, and then you had the Sinclair, which is this rubbery like thing you'd find like on a spell checker or whatever. It was help get the cost of the machine down. Kind of raises the question of how are modern loan keyboards so cheap? Probably mass injection molding, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, this I mean, it's functional, but it's bad. It is not good. I'm sorry, this keyboard is not good. So
Press a code number.
we have spelling bee, scramblers.
0, 2. Unscramble the word.
Which, yeah, it's just that. Unscramble the word.
Press a code number.
Lettuce.
3. Insert the missing N.
Well, that's pretty self-explanatory. Oh, hey, look, there's this special characters embedded into LCD. This LCD is a bit weird. I've quite a while ago I desoldered the ROM chip and inserted a ROM socket onto it, and as I was just inserting random ROMs into it, depending on the contents, well, you see that welcome text?
Please press a code
And the
number.
activity code screen, that's actually embedded into that ROM as ASCII strings. And I don't know how it works, but depending on the contents of the ROM, or maybe the ROM's behavior itself, you can get weird, kind of garbage characters that don't line up with any of the built-in LCD characters in the thing. Kind of similar to pseudo arbitrary bitmap graphics on the Commodore PET. I'm not aware of if this LCD actually does have a mode in it. I don't know if this LCD actually does support arbitrarily defining its custom characters. I do know it's mostly bog standard parallel ROM, like you find in a TI calculator, or you find all those Arduino projects that are kind of obsolete nowadays because we have those really microscopic OLED screens that run off like I2C or something.
0, 4.
Letter blaster.
Find the incorrect letter.
And
Press a code number.
oh, something interesting is when it's speaking, the CPU or microcontroller thing is paused. CPU execution is paused, which means it ignores all input, and you have to wait until it finishes speaking. Yeah.
0,
Mystery word.
5. Guess the word.
That's Hangman.
Press a code number. 0, 6.
I think flip flop is.
Find the incorrect letters. Yard. Sore. Great. Find the incorrect letters. Press a
See,
code
I
number.
have to. It doesn't recognize when it's doing that.
0,
Past to
7.
present. Shaky, shaky.
Wait to its past tense.
Is that?
Press a code number.
Can I stop shaking? One or more.
0, 8. Change year to its plural form. Press a code number.
Synonym hunt.
0, 9. Spell another word that means plain.
You know, isn't that the whole thing with rectangles and squares?
Spell another word that means
one is
male. Press a code number.
one is always the other, but the other isn't always the other. I just confused myself. Sound likes, heads or tails, shorties. Maybe I'm just really infantile, but I do find some of these quite engaging. Addition.
1, 3.
Oh,
What is 5 plus 0 equal to?
this doesn't seem to be implementing any
0,
type
0,
of
0, 0, 0, 0, 0. 5.
any type of actual string like evaluation, because
Oops, try again. 5. Well done. What is 3 plus 0 equal to?
and it doesn't seem to actually be turning it into a string. I mean, an actual integer from a string. In fact, this seems to be pre-programmed, because this is a test mode where you press shift and on. It checks if the shift button is being held during reset, and it'll enter its diagnostic mode, and you can make it say all its stuff. And after it gets past the words, it'll enter into the kind of more miscellaneous stuff, like all the sound effects and stuff, and also just start saying random numbers. And I think that's what that must be what this is for. So that's just
Press a code number.
pre-computed. Oh, Alpha Scrambles, this ridiculous thing.
Arrange in alphabetical order.
Yeah. Wait, didn't I already make a video on this? I don't remember. You know, whatever. Yeah, it'll take you years to go through.
Press a code number. 2, 2.
Number chain
Follow me. 9.
is just Simon Says, but with numbers.
5.
Alright, let's take these apart. Talking Whiz Kid Plus is quite a bit simpler to take apart, so we're doing this one first. So if we lift up on this, see the guts. This is the LCD, pretty standard. Seems to be in 4-bit mode because you know, have power, ground, maybe reset, and then probably 4 data things. This is the oscillator coil that runs the clock of either this or this or both. And this is the ROM. It's a mask ROM. Mask ROMs. As you can imagine, none of these are normally socketed. Copyright 1992, VTech. The 24th week of 1995. Wow, this thing's a little bit newer than I thought it was. This is going to be on microcontroller. This is... Can I get the... It says 56CV9FT. What's 2751, 28, 2, and 0? I don't know what that means. And again, I put this in a... Yeah, actually just... No. Again, I put this ROM socket here, or this dip socket here. I think it should come out now. Oh crap, did I bend any of the pins? Oh yeah, I bent the pins, fuck. Here it is. Is there anything on the other side? Thir 30 or 90, Taiwan, and I think 30. I can't, that's quite a bit small. That's quite small. Yeah, quite simple. Let me put this back together and bend the fucking pins back in. That, I forgot to mention. Here's something quite clever about this thing. Oh, also, this variable, capacity. Yeah, I put that there too. Is that, if, you trace these, traces, that go to the, ROM and the cartridge, quite a few of them also snake up into here, into these ribbon cables that go into the base. What that is that when the ROM is used majority of the time by the little speech synth, and as you can see, the things line up, and the little microcontroller has some RAM in it. It actually pulls some data and caches it in there. While the ROM isn't being accessed, what it does is that the pins, the data lines used to address the ROM are also used to multiplex the keyboard. That's really clever, and means they can reduce the pin count of the thing. Now, the PreComputer 1000, both being an actual full-fledged 8-bit micro and being less integrated, is naturally going to be more interesting. See? .12 wasn't lying. Gonna have to be careful with this because these ribbon cables, like I've been in here quite a few times. So here's our LCD. Do you have any interest? No. And here's our board. We have a Toshiba Z80 clone. Do I see any 18th week of 1990, 23rd week of 1990, 22nd week of 1990. So actually, that thing's 5 years newer than this thing, although there was an earlier revision of that one with a different design. The ROM is actually the same weird 128K thing in the 28-pin package. It only has one select/output pin instead of 2. Copyright 1988. So there's actually a bit of time difference. I was actually lying about that. This is our RAM. This is our ROM. I believe this is a flip-flop. And there's actually bank switching going on for like selecting the data and stuff. The Z80 clone, I think the 6 means it's a goes up to 6 megahertz. This thing really should be able to go up to at least 4 megahertz, but it's not completely stable at that. 74 series logic, 74 series logic, logic, 74 series logic. Yeah, it's phenolic PCB, lots of jumpers, one-sided. You probably could have integrated these logic chips into some sort of combined glue logic IC. Would have saved them a bit of cost on the manufacturing side, although that probably would have significantly increased the R&D, so they didn't. So I guess that's why they didn't do that. Yeah, that's about it, really. The cartridges for both the Talking Whiz Kid and the PreComputer, they use the same, I think it's 36-pin edge connector and thing, and in fact, it will fit in here. But the Talking Whiz Kid cartridges are wired up differently. The different layout and the ones on the edges aren't used, and I think they're also common together. Yeah, they don't work in the PreComputer. I forgot to mention this, the self-test. So the self-test is via pressing Shift and on.
Abolish.
It says the first word in its dictionary, and it does the standard self-test thing with the thing. Is that character in the characters I made for this thing? I don't remember.
Absentee.
Press a number, it pretty much any key, it'll accept the things.
Absentee. Absentee.
Repeats.
Absolute activity. Add. Added. Adding. Addition.
Help, though. Off, actually.
Hello, please press a code number.
Escapes from the diagnostics.
Abolish.
Help, though.
Absentee. Absolute. Activity. Added. Adding. Addition.
Does the loop
Hello,
thing.
please press a code number.
Automatically says all the things in continuously without having to press it, the buttons.